Let's get straight to it. Your phone isn't just a gadget, it's your digital life. Think about it. Your photos, your private messages, your passwords, your contacts, even your banking details. Everything is stored right there in your pocket. It's your diary, your wallet, your memory bank, and your communication hub, all rolled into one sleek device. But here's the big question. How safe is all that information really? Today, we're diving into the ultimate security showdown. Android versus iPhone. It's a battle that affects millions of people every single day, whether you realize it or not. Imagine just for a second someone breaking into your phone. Suddenly they have access to everything. Your private conversations, those embarrassing photos you thought were safe, your social media accounts, and even your bank info. It's not just about losing a device. It's about losing control over your entire digital identity. It's like handing a stranger the keys to your house, but even more personal, because your phone knows things about you that even your closest friends might not. So which phone is the real fortress, and which one is easier for hackers to crack? Is it the iPhone with its reputation for security, or Android with its flexibility and freedom? Apple's iPhone is famous for its tight control. Hardware and software all locked down and designed to work together seamlessly. Apple decides what goes in and what stays out, and that walled garden approach is meant to keep you safe from threats. Android, on the other hand, is open and customizable. You can tweak it, change it, and make it your own. But does that freedom come at a cost? Does more choice mean more risk? We'll break down how each system is built, where they've succeeded, where they've failed, and which one is the easier target for hackers. We'll look at real-world breaches and what they mean for you. No jargon, no fluff, just the essential facts you need to know to protect yourself and your data. We'll give you practical tips you can use right now, no matter which phone you have. By the end of this video, you'll know which device is the tougher nut to crack and what steps you can take to make your phone even safer. This isn't about fear. It's about giving you the knowledge and confidence to stay safe in a world where digital threats are everywhere. Because in the digital world, knowing how hackers think is your first line of defense. So let's dive in and uncover your phone's secret weakness before someone else does. Quick disclaimer, this isn't a guide for hackers. Think of it like learning how burglars break in so you can lock your own doors tighter. We're here to help you protect yourself, not cause trouble. Use this info for good. Be the hero of your digital life. If you want more tips on staying safe, hit subscribe. It's like joining a digital neighborhood watch. Subscribing helps us keep you informed and protected. Now let's get back to the real reason we're here. Empowerment. Knowledge is your best defense. We'll show you what hackers look for so you can patch up your own phone's weak spots. Promise to use this info wisely and we'll keep it honest and fluff-free. We're in this together. With that out of the way, let's define what hacking really means. Let's get to it. Hacking isn't just movie magic. It's real, and it's usually not that dramatic. Simply put, hacking means someone gets into your phone or data without your permission. Sometimes it's a software flaw, but more often, it's tricking you, the owner. That's called social engineering, fake texts, phishing emails, dodgy links, or it's malware, hidden in apps you download from sketchy sources. Hacking covers everything from guessing weak passwords to using spyware that turns on your camera. Even connecting to a fake public Wi-Fi can let hackers snoop on you. The goal is always the same: unauthorized access. So when we ask which phone is easier to hack, we're talking about both software flaws and how well each protects you from being tricked. Which phone makes it harder to install something dangerous? Let's see how each builds its defenses. Android is the world's most popular phone system, and its openness is both its strength and weakness. Anyone can use and modify Android, which means endless choices and customization. You can install apps from anywhere, not just the Play Store. This is called sideloading. That freedom is great, but it's risky. Downloading from random sites can let in malware. Security updates are another issue. Google releases patches, but you have to wait for your phone maker and carrier to send them out. This delay, called fragmentation, leaves millions vulnerable for weeks or months. Even the Play Store isn't perfect. Malicious apps slip through all the time. Hackers love this open playground. Fake apps loaded with malware are everywhere. The combination of slow updates and easy sideloading is Android's biggest security challenge. Let's see how Apple does it differently. Apple's iPhone is often described as the opposite of an open system. It's what many call a tightly controlled walled garden. Imagine a beautiful, well-kept garden surrounded by high, sturdy walls. Everything inside is carefully curated and protected, but getting in or out isn't easy. Apple designs both the hardware and the software for its devices, which means every part of the iPhone experience is built to work seamlessly together. This tight integration allows Apple to set all the rules, from how your phone looks and feels to what it can and cannot do. For example, you can only download apps from the official App Store. Every single app is reviewed by real people at Apple who check for security, privacy, and quality before it's allowed in. This process is strict, and it's designed to keep out anything that could harm your device or your data. Of course, no system is perfect. Bad apps do sometimes slip through the cracks, but Apple's review process and security checks catch most malware before it ever reaches your phone, making it much harder for hackers to get in. When Apple discovers a security flaw or vulnerability, they can quickly push out updates to every iPhone in the world at the same time. There's no waiting for phone manufacturers or mobile carriers to approve the fix. Apple controls the whole process, so your device gets protected faster. This unified system means that far fewer iPhones are left exposed to threats. Updates reach almost everyone, closing security gaps before attackers can take advantage. The downside to this approach: you have less freedom to customize your device or install apps from outside sources. If you want to tweak your phone or use apps not approved by Apple, you're out of luck. Some users find these restrictions frustrating, feeling boxed in by Apple's rules. But for most people, the trade-off is worth it. The extra security and peace of mind outweigh the loss of flexibility. The walls around Apple's garden are high, and while they may limit your choices, they do a great job of keeping most digital threats out. For the average user, Apple's approach means a safer, more secure experience, even if it's a little less flexible than some would like. But it's important to remember, no system is completely perfect or invulnerable. Even Apple's walled garden has its weak spots. So, what happens when attackers do find a way in? Let's take a closer look at some real-world attacks and see how even the best defenses can be tested. Real-world hacks show the risks best. Android's open nature has led to some big scares, like stage fright, a bug that let hackers take over phones just by sending a text. Because of slow updates, millions stayed vulnerable for months. Malware like Judy and Joker have infected millions through the Play Store, hiding in innocent-looking apps. These apps drain your battery, steal data, or sign you up for expensive services. Even sticking to the Play Store isn't a guarantee. Hackers are always finding new ways in. Google removes bad apps, but hackers just upload new versions. The lesson? Android's openness is a double-edged sword, but iPhones aren't invincible either. Let's see how Apple's walls have been breached. No phone is bulletproof. Here's how iPhones have been hacked. iPhones aren't unbreakable. The Pegasus spyware proved even Apple's defenses can be breached. No clicks needed, just a message or missed call. Pegasus can read messages, track you, and turn on your camera. Total control. While it targets high-profile people, it shows iPhones have vulnerabilities too. The Celebgate scandal was different. Hackers used phishing to steal iCloud passwords, not break the phone itself. Weak passwords and falling for scams can expose your data, no matter the phone. Hackers have also abused Apple's enterprise certificates to sneak malware onto iPhones outside the App Store. Even with strict rules, determined attackers find loopholes. No system is 100% secure. So which phone is the easier target overall? Let's break it down. So which phone is easier to hack? For most people, it's Android. The reasons: slow updates and the freedom to install apps from anywhere. More unpatched phones mean more targets for hackers. Sideloading apps is a minefield for malware. iPhones locked into the App Store avoid most of these risks. Think of iPhones as high-security apartments, safe but less customizable. Androids are like houses in a big suburb. Some are secure, others have old locks. This doesn't mean iPhones are unhackable, just harder for the average hacker. Targeted attacks can break into any phone, but for mass scams, Android is the easier target. Hackers go where the odds are best. Statistically, Android is the more attractive target for most attacks, but you can make any phone safer. No matter what kind of phone you use, whether it's the latest model or an older device, You are always the first line of defense against cyber threats. Your actions and awareness make the biggest difference in keeping your information safe. Always keep your software updated. Those updates aren't just for new features. They patch security holes that hackers love to exploit. When you see an update notification, don't ignore it. Take a moment to install it right away. Be extra cautious with strange texts and emails. If you get a message from an unknown number or a weird-looking email, don't click on any links or download attachments. Phishing scams are getting more convincing, so trust your instincts and double-check before responding. Remember, banks and real companies will never ask for your password or sensitive information by email or text. If you get a message like that, it's almost always a scam. When in doubt, contact the company directly using their official website or phone number. When downloading apps, stick to the official app store for your device. Take a minute to read reviews and check what permissions the app is asking for. If something seems off, don't install it. This simple habit can save you from a lot of trouble. Android users, avoid downloading apps from third-party sites and make sure the Install from Unknown Sources option is turned off in your settings. This helps block dangerous apps that could steal your data or infect your phone. Use strong, unique passwords for each account and turn on two-factor authentication or 2FA wherever possible. This adds an extra layer of security, making it much harder for anyone to break in. With 2FA, even if someone manages to get your password, they still can't access your account without a special code sent to your phone. It's a simple step that makes a huge difference. Remember, a careful Android user who follows these steps can actually be safer than a careless iPhone user who ignores security. It's not just about the brand, it's about your habits and choices. Security is all about building good habits, not just relying on your phone's hardware. Take a few minutes to explore your security settings and enable features like fingerprint or face unlock. Stay vigilant, stay updated, and keep learning about new threats. The more you know, the better you can protect yourself and your personal information from hackers. The power to protect your digital life is truly in your hands. Every small step you take adds up to a much safer experience. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there and remember, your security matters. See you next time. Cyber Defense.